So guys, today we're going to talk about Lookism Chapter 561. Fight with Jaegyeon was about to begin. Both of them, powerful in their own way. But, at the beginning of today's chapter, Tae-jun, who's calmly cleaning his car. But then, he turns to Big Daniel and says with a serious, "No matter what happens, don't let your guard down." Daniel, as confident as ever, casually replies, "Already fought Jaegyeon once before, and I overpowered him." But Tae-jun isn't convinced. His tone sharpens, his eyes narrow as he asks Daniel a very specific question. "Daniel Park, are you sure that, back when you fought him in Busan, you were using your full strength?" Daniel, confused, slightly taken aback, replies, "What do you mean by that?" Tae-jun looks down for a moment, then starts explaining. "Since the beginning of the first generation, there's always been trouble with people like Johan. But even then, don't you ever wonder why no outsider has managed to control this area? It's not because they leave it alone willingly, it's because the king's men are just too powerful." Tae-jun's voice lingers on the word king. Daniel vs. Jaegyeon. As soon as the name Jaegyeon is mentioned, we shift scenes. Daniel gets kicked hard in the chin, his body launching into the air, blood flying from his mouth. His attacks, they're faster, and way stronger than before, Daniel thinks, struggling to process what just happened. Jaegyeon doesn't stop. He lands two more kicks, Daniel blocks them, barely, but the third kick hits Daniel square on the jaw, again. Daniel crashes to the ground, and for the first time in a long while, we see confusion and concern in his eyes. This is different than last time, he thinks. It's not like before. As the fight goes on, Jaegyeon's crew watches quietly from the sidelines. One of them, surprised, says, "What happened to him? Why is he so weak now?" But slowly, the realization dawns on both the crew, and on Daniel himself. They're not talking about Daniel being weak. They're talking about Jaegyeon, and how he's still holding back. Wait, Daniel thinks, eyes wide, are they saying Jaegyeon is not even using his full power? And just as he finishes the thought, Jaegyeon knees him, hard, right in the chest. Daniel stumbles, struggling to breathe, as he desperately tries to defend. But nothing seems to work. "They said, this isn't even his full strength," Daniel gasps internally. "Does that mean I've become weak, or was I never strong enough?" Jaegyeon follows up with a devastating combo, neck strike, jaw strike, and sends Daniel flying again. This time, Jaegyeon clearly has the upper hand. At this point, it becomes clear to us, and more importantly, to Daniel, that Jaegyeon wasn't even serious during their last fight. But Daniel is not done yet. He snaps into his crazy mode, using gun style. Daniel launches a powerful punch, filled with killer instinct. Jaegyeon blocks it, calmly, using both hands. Daniel throws in a knee, Jaegyeon blocks it with one hand, effortlessly, and even smiles. "Just as I thought," Jaegyeon says, firmly but without anger. "It's the same as before," he says. "You haven't broken your limits yet." Then, with a calm yet powerful punch, Jaegyeon sends Daniel flying, again. This time, Daniel's eyes roll back as he hits the ground. Jaegyeon stands over him and says, "Even though you haven't broken your limits, you're already this strong. If you do break them, you'll be something else entirely. But it's a shame. You haven't done that yet, because you still haven't chosen your path." Watching from the side, a girl from Jaegyeon's group adds, "Only those who truly master themselves can forge their own path." She continues, "Some rely on raw strength and speed, creating attacks meant to kill. Others use technique, paired with speed, to create perfect counterattacks. But Jaegyeon has a unique ability. He doesn't just counter. He absorbs your attack and returns it, not just with the same force, but amplified. It's not just a counter. It's something more, something passed down from the previous generation of kings." Jaegyeon's crew watches respectfully. One of them admits, "I still can't match his speed." Another says, "And I haven't mastered the technique yet." Despite their praise, Jaegyeon calmly says, "The fight's not over." Daniel rises again. Daniel gets up, beaten, bloodied, but not broken. Blood drips from his forehead, and yet, he clenches his fists and says, "This fight isn't over yet." But then, the twist, it was a test. Jaegyeon suddenly pauses. He sighs and says, I knew it would turn out like this. I'm sorry. He takes out a phone, holds it toward Daniel. Here. Talk to James Lee. Daniel blinked. But I didn't even call him. What's going on here? Jaegyeon lowers his head slightly and explains. I just wanted to test your strength again. Jaegyeon, bows. Daniel Park, please, save N. We want to end this internal war. But we don't have the strength. That's why, we want to ally with you. Speech balloon. Daniel refuses. Daniel steps back, clenches his jaw, and says coldly. Even if you bow to me, I can't trust you. I don't know what you've done to brainwash the people. But I'm not joining hands with people who manipulate locals and team up with outsiders. The girl steps forward to speak, but Jaegyeon raises his hand. Let him say what he wants, he says. It's natural for him to be suspicious. But we'll show him the truth. Jaegyeon takes Daniel through a desolate alley, where buildings are broken, people are hiding, and the air feels heavy. Daniel looks around and mutters. This place is really run down. Jaegyeon nods. This is what the internal war has done. People keep leaving. A taxi driver arrives, rolls down the window, and waves. What are you doing here? It's dangerous. Get in. I'll drop you somewhere safe. So, the guy says he'll give it to me, but then he'll charge me a lot of money on top of it. Nah man, the other guy replies, for you, it's totally free. Just then, two little kids show up carrying some grapes, saying, Big bro, Mom sent these grapes for you. But Daniel responds. Kids, it's dangerous out here. Go back inside now. Hey, chill out, one guy says. They brought them for us with so much love, we should accept it. At the same time, the old restaurant lady from a distance shouts, Yo bull. Come eat, son. Daniel replies. No, thank you so much. I'll eat next time. Another guy jokes. Auntie, she says she's on a diet. But if she gets any thinner, she'll disappear. Then all around, more people start offering Daniel things for free, kindness, food, smiles. Daniel is stunned and thinks to himself, has the internal war caused these people to become like this? And obviously, he suspects it's all because of Jaegyeon Na and the Speed Gang. So then, Daniel wonders aloud. What's going on here? Why are all these people treating Speed so kindly? One person steps forward and says, that's because Jaegyeon Na is the true king of this place. I heard your friend came to my shop. Tell him I'm sorry. But when he showed up, he was mocking Jaegyeon and talking about meeting that bastard Yuj. So I thought he was with the Yuj guys. Then the truth starts pouring out. The real villains here are the people of the dark society. They're the reason the internal war never ends. The Speed Gang has been fighting them for years. We don't scam people just because they're outsiders. The dark society destroyed everything here, shattered people's lives, but Speed has always stood up against them. That's why we only target those who are connected to the black society. This is the only way regular people like us can help the Speed Gang. Finally, Daniel realizes the truth, that what he thought, his suspicions, were all misunderstandings. But just then, two guys suddenly jump from behind to attack Daniel. Daniel immediately blocks both their attacks and gets ready to counter. But someone from Jaegyeon Na's group stops them. He's not our enemy, he'll soon be fighting beside us. This guy is seriously talented. The guy wearing the cap smirks and says, Yeah, I know. I just wanted to see what kind of guy Jaegyeon would bow his head to. But no doubt about it, he's strong. He extends his hand and says, Nice to meet you. I'm Jugal, Speed Gang's number 2. But then, the silver-haired guy interrupts. I told you we shouldn't attack him like that out of nowhere. He might take it the wrong way. And who even decided you're Speed Gang's number 2? Turns out, he's also the number 2 of Speed Gang, and his name is Roy. Wait, what? So the Speed Gang has 2 number 2s? Jaegyeon Na quickly apologizes on their behalf. Daniel Park, I'm sorry. These two just do whatever comes to mind. Anyway, say hello to them. This is Speed. Daniel, still puzzled, asks, Speed? Why did you choose that name? One of them replies, well, it's still better than Elite. Daniel thinks to himself. They're from the first-gen circle. But before the conversation can go any further, a guy in a car comes speeding toward them, panicked and yelling. We've been attacked. The Dark Society is coming at us with weapons. They want to kill us. As the camera pans, a massive number of enemies approach. Jaegyeon turns to Daniel and shouts, "Daniel Park, now we'll show you what real speed is." Daniel grins. "Oh? Are you really going to show me something amazing?" "Damn right," the gang yells. "Everyone, run." Someone adds, "They've definitely increased their numbers." Another one jokes, "Shut up and just run." Someone yells, "Are you actually enjoying this chase? You're making us look bad in front of the new guy. Didn't you hear? He's not even a member of our gang yet." Daniel shouts, laughing, "You guys acted all scary and now you're running? Are you really the kings? If you're truly half the king here, you better be equal to the other king." As they run, Jaegyeon listens with a smile. Suddenly, a little girl steps out, holding a handmade doll, offering it to him. Without a second thought, Jaegyeon picks her and the doll up, and says, "You little mouse, this place is dangerous. Get out of here." Then, turning to Daniel as he runs, he shouts, "And yeah, Daniel Park, I'm the king. But I don't want war with those guys. I'll admit defeat. I'll surrender if I must. But these people, they trust me. They believe in me. They want me to guide them. So now tell me, Daniel Park, don't you feel like standing by my side?" And with that, this chapter comes to an end. And guess what? A fight that was more than just fists. It was about belief, limits, trust, and leadership. What will Daniel do now? Will he choose to fight alone, or join hands to save a city he doesn't understand yet? Like this video and subscribe to the channel, because I'll meet you in the next video.